A wonderful pleasure to have you back again. On another update today, a fresh political debate has erupted ahead of the 2027 election after Senator Dickson declared that he is more qualified to become Nigeria's president than Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. The former Bayelsa state governor made the statement during a television interview where he discussed the future of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, the party's internal dynamics, and its relationship with former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. Dickson's remarks have quickly attracted attention because they come at a time when political parties are repositioning themselves for what is expected to become one of the most competitive presidential contests in recent Nigerian history. While he insisted that he has no intention of running for the presidency, his comments have nevertheless generated discussions about leadership, political experience, and the balance of power within the opposition politics. Speaking during an appearance on Arise Television's primetime program, Dickson argued that his political background, governance experience, and national exposure make him highly qualified for the nation's highest office. He maintained that despite possessing the credentials to contest for the presidency, he deliberately chose not to pursue that path. According to the senator, public discussions surrounding the NDC and Peter Obi have often overlooked the role played by the party's leadership in providing a political platform for the former Anambra state governor. Dickson suggested that the narrative should not be that the party is benefiting from Obi's popularity, but rather that the party made significant sacrifices to accommodate him. The senator revealed that Peter Obi was offered the party's presidential ticket without paying any money. He also disclosed that Obi's running mate emerged without making any financial contribution towards securing the nomination. According to Dickson, these decisions demonstrate the commitment of the party leadership to build a credible alternative platform ahead of the 2027 elections. His comments appeared aimed at countering claims from some political observers who believe that the NDC's growing visibility is largely connected to Obi's political influence and popularity among voters. Dickson insisted that the party deserves recognition for creating an opportunity for Obi to contest under its banner. The former governor also addressed reports suggesting that tensions exist within the NDC. In recent weeks, there have been speculations about disagreement involving some supporters of Obi and members of the party leadership. Dickson dismissed such reports, insisting that Obi remains a valued member of the party and both sides continue to work together effectively. According to him, the real challenge comes from certain supporters who publicly attack the party while claiming to support Obi's political ambitions. Dickson questioned the logic behind such actions, arguing that it makes little sense for anyone to support a presidential candidate while simultaneously undermining the platform on which that candidate intends to contest. He stressed that building a political party in Nigeria is not an easy task and warned against taking the NDC's effort for granted. Dickson noted that before Peter Obi joined the party, several politicians from different parts of the country had approached the NDC seeking opportunities to contest under its platform. Among those he mentioned was former Adamawa governorship candidate Aishatu Binani. According to Dickson, the party had been engaging with political figures for months before Obi eventually became associated with the platform. He argued that these demonstrated that the NDC had value and relevance even before Obi's arrival. The senator's comments also reflect a broader conversation currently taking place within opposition politics. As the 2027 election approaches, political parties are trying to attract influential figures while also maintaining internal unity. Balancing individual ambitions with party interests remains one of the biggest challenges facing many political organizations. Political observers note that Dickson's statement about being more qualified than Obi and Kwankwaso is likely to generate mixed reactions. Supporters of Obi may view the comment as unnecessary, while others may interpret them as an attempt to assert authority within the party structure. Supporters of Kwankwaso could also see the remarks as an effort to elevate Dickson's political standing ahead of future negotiations and alliances. However, Dickson repeatedly emphasized that he is not seeking the presidency. He said his focus remains on strengthening the party and ensuring that it provides a credible platform for opposition politics. He argued that discussions should focus less on personality and more on building institutions capable of challenging the ruling establishment. His remarks come at a critical period at that in Nigerian politics. The race towards 2027 election is already taking shape, with major political figures positioning themselves for what could become a highly competitive election cycle. Questions about party structures, alliances, candidate selection, and leadership influence are becoming increasingly important. For now, Peter Obi remains the NDC presidential candidate, while Dickson continues to play a prominent leadership role within the party. Whether his comments strengthen or complicate relationships within the opposition remains to be seen. What is certain is that the road to 2027 is already producing intense political conversations. As Nigerians continue to follow development within the opposition camp, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The battle for political influence is no longer confined to the ruling party. Within opposition circles, questions about leadership, qualifications, and the future direction of the movement are becoming just as significant. So, what do you think? Is Seriki Dickson right to say he is more qualified than Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso? Or should voters decide who is best suited to lead Nigeria? I would love to share your thoughts in the comment below. If you enjoyed this report, kindly like this video, subscribe for more updates on Nigerian politics and the road to 2027. Lovely to have you again. My name is Emerald Onufi. See you soon.